Welcome back, everybody. We are here for another night of Duel Commander, playing some more Cloud. I promise I will change it up soon. I'm thinking next week, maybe. Playing some Azusa or trying some other stuff, but I don't know. It's really hard. I'm having a lot of fun. It's a really hard deck to put down. I haven't hit that point. I think during the last stream I compared it a little bit to Initiative, Mono White Initiative, during like the fledgling state of that deck being broken. I was really enjoying the deck, but then I got really bored of it towards the back end when it was like very clear that the deck was going to be banned and it was kind of too good. And a lot of the lists I kept seeing perform well were just kind of looked bad, but it didn't matter because the deck was just like so much better than like everything else. So we haven't hit that point with Cloud for me at least yet. I've been still enjoying the deck, so I'm happy to keep playing it as long as they keep letting me run Skull Clamp, which is of course backed up by the fact that no one in France wants to play this deck, and the people that do keep putting bad cards in it, like Mandibular Kite. I don't understand. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna have myself before I complain about Mandibular Kite or anything. I wanted to shout out a good friend of mine, Adam Wasmo, for taking down the Legacy Showcase qualifier with Death and Taxes. Just big ups to him. I worked with him and helping him prep for the event. Very happy to see his success get him to the Pro Tour and the Mox, showing that D&T is actually still well positioned and has been for like the past year and a half. The whole like blue-black randomator era, D&T has been pretty good, but just no one wants to play it. I get it. No one ever wants to play D&T. But back to my much more important Mandibular Kite rant. Everyone just builds this deck. I see all the decks online that just look like they have all these really bad cards in them, and like they want to know if they help bring down the win rate and make people think the Cloud isn't good and keep my Skull Clamp legal. I guess that's fine with me. That all being said, we talked a little bit. I don't know if I'm actually gonna make any cuts today, but we talked a little bit about like possible cuts. I think the first on my chopping block is cutting this Flicker Wisp again. It's just like pretty expensive for what it does. You're never really recruiting for Flicker Wisp. It's just like a 8 million mana play. Basically, the only cards I get with Recruiter are the like specific removal pieces, like Solitude or like Natural Ice Effects, Scrap Cathar Commando to Skyclave to take care of problem permanents. Or you just recruit for like a Benevolent Bodyguard or a Doomed Traveler or something. Or obviously like your anti-combo card, Ethersworn Canonist, stuff like that. The recruit for like Wisp thing isn't really real. Wisp does help you in a couple of fringe scenarios. Namely, I guess Azusa, you can like break through a Glacial Chasm lock for a turn. Being able to target lands is a nice kind of convenient thing with the card. It's definitely not bad. But like I've said, we've reached the point where like none of the cards in the deck are bad. All the cards in the deck are pretty strong performers. So in order to make cuts, we do have to kind of figure out which is the worst of the good cards at this stage. I think Wisp is on that list, certainly. But I think we're just going to run it back. I kind of want a 41st land. I think I would probably play a Dust Bowl. It does kind of help a little bit in a few of the matchups that I think are kind of problematic. Namely like Atraxa and Elminster, as well as helps against some of the combo strategies, but like not Lier, which seems to be by far and away the most popular online. Dog, do you mind? Cut it out. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get started. Nice and easy league tonight. I'm a little tired. Nope, that's Legacy. Oh yeah, I did trophy with this. Was that literally yesterday? I forget. It was Sunday night going into Monday, I think. I was playing a little bit off stream. I finished a league that I'd started like the previous week. Got a nice little trophy with this list. I ran into someone playing Ragost, the lobster guy from Edge of Eternity, which unfortunately did not look very impressive because I was kind of hoping that their deck would be cool. It was just kind of like red, white, okay cards. So just like kind of bad flage. Your commander just really doesn't do anything. Maybe there was some like cool interactions that I just didn't see because I murdered them. I'll probably never know. Along the same vein of like fucking Mandibular Kite believers, no one believes in the hand effect now. That card is nuts. It's very good in the matchups you want it to be good in, and in the matchups that it's not good, it's admittedly not that good, but it's also like one card in your 99. You're a toolbox deck with the ability to tutor cards. Ooh, Vivi, alright. Sand is okay, not great. No permanent removal for Vivi is always like kind of a nightmare. This card is very terrifying if you like get out of hand, but like hard to pass up. Esper Sentinel's strong. It's likely to just like trade for their turn 2 is kind of an issue. They just like cast a 1 mana removal spell on it. We do have Galadriel's Dismissal to kind of like delay the VV a little bit, maybe. It's also not like you're not always just able to just run out VV on turn 3 in a deck like this because there's so much removal in mono white. It can definitely be kind of a danger. So sometimes buys us a little time to get a GT going, get a Skull Clamp going, dig for a removal spell, something like that. But it's pretty context dependent. Meow meow indeed. Oh, there's removal. Dog is insistent on being really annoying tonight. Right from the jump. I sit here for, like, I swear to God, 15, 20 minutes sometimes getting, like, ready for the stream, bringing up all my, like, windows and shit, editing the deck list, stuff like that. Nothing. And as soon as I click the start stream button, she's here. She's in. I wonder if I should start just, like, talking to myself out loud while I'm doing that, see if it's, like, my voice that it... Or is it just her... It might just be her innate, her sixth sense to be annoying in the most ideal way possible. He talks to you and you say annoying. 1 million years in jail. I'll do my time. Well, I guess that's fair. Alright. As a Sentinel at least does like tax, potentially like a counterspell for Cloud. This could be like 1 mana counter for Cloud. We'll see if we even want to cast a Cloud here. Is Jackrabbit in here, Skullclampville? Jackrabbit's in here because he is my pet card, and I love him. He's probably one of the weaker cards, but he's, like, good with equipment, good early, just kind of a singular threat, and also very good with Skullclamp, obviously. But mostly, he's my pet card, and I love him. I've tried so many Jackrabbit decks in Legacy. They just never work. Like, come on, Jackrabbit plus Pre-Reformaware is nuts. How could that not be good? Except for all the times that it's not good. I want him to be good so bad. Look at him. He's got a fucking giant metal squash club. Fucking rules. Flavor text, squash, what it is and what it does. Tell me this guy doesn't fucking rule. Staple of my cube. This is like the platonic ideal of a cube card, I think. Alright. So, if we exile 1 card to a March, our March costs, what, 2 mana to kill a VV? I don't really want to just pass... Running out Jackrabbit plays around, I think, exactly Wash Away as the counter spell here. Everything else just counters both. Like the Force Spikes, the Stern Scoldings, the whatever other 1 mana spells can counter stuff. I'm gonna cast Cloud though. I might want like white card in hand for the March. Yeah, looks like just Force Spiker. It's always wash away when you don't play around it. Hang. Oh, no land? No land? Huge. Oh, dang. They just F6 to their first main. I was really excited there. Ooh, another removal spell for Vivi. Nice. I think... Am I just casting a 1/2 Jackrabbit? I kind of like holding up Galadriel's Dismissal to protect the Esper Sentinel or the Jackrabbit. Also technically holds up March, but unless they look like an Urza Saga, I doubt I'm casting it. This might just be like a Mana Leak or something. But VV notably is more of like a spell churn deck that doesn't play as many Mana Leaks as a deck like Aragorn, because they want a bunch of like cantrips to cycle through and like do things with VV. Oh, they just let me draw a card. Nice. Enough. Leave my head alone, kitty. What's your problem? Countering this? Counterspell, sure. Fair enough. They know my whole hand because of the peak, so they know how to try to weave their VV through my stuff. But it's going to be kind of tough too, considering my hand is like 3 different types of removal. Flame Slash. Would you like to pay the 1? I think I saved this. Esper Sentinel's pretty annoying for the spells deck. Next turn we're probably tapping out for Cloud, so good to spend my mana while I have it up. Is someone not a fan of teeth, XJ? I hate Mandibular Kite. I don't understand why people keep putting it in Cloud. It truly doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't, like, you're never tutoring for this card. It's just a 1/1 flyer, and you pay like 100 mana to equip it to something. I don't get it. I think I'm gonna play Tech Edge here. There's almost no reason to. They know about it, though. Thinking if I draw like an Urza Saga and I want to play it out and also Tech Edge them. Alright, Cloud resolved, huh? Do I just want Formal Wear? 4 cards in hand. Clamp is good, obviously, but it's only as good as the creatures that I keep in play. Formal Wear on Jackrabbit's kind of big. Could just get like Jite or sort of Fire and Ice, honestly, but those cards are very expensive. I'm gonna get Formal Wear. Does the Legacy League start soon? I think you're in the wrong. Twitch channel. A 1/1. I can't beat this. Kind of. Only a little bit, ironically. I guess I have a bunch of things to get it out of the way. Probably just march the token if I really want to attack. My cloud. I don't think that matters too much. I can always get it off with like March or something. But I don't really need it right now. So I can still give it abilities like Avenger Sword of Fire and Ice or whatever. Spends 5 minutes thinking every time always gets Skull Clamp. I didn't even get Skull Clamp! What are we talking about? I think we're just making a Jacked Rabbit and then holding up Unexpectedly Absent and March. I don't think attacking for 1 is worth killing the Otter token here. I suppose I could like attack with Cloud, and if they block, I don't have to march, and if they don't block, I can march the Scream off. But again, I'm not that pressed about getting my Cloud free right now. I enjoy holding up just Unexpectedly Absent here. Or like march the Storm Chaser's talent in response to level up. Not that they would do that, and they've also missed this land drop the past like 2 turns. I could even like march the Cloud to the top of my deck to get another ETB trigger. If I really wanted to. Kind of happy to just do nothing though. If I portable hold the Otter, it's kind of free. I'm not doing anything else with my mana. Could portable hold the Storm Chaser's talent, but again, not really into that. Kind of just like killing this Otter so I can attack for 1 more. Is this an answer for Jackrabbit? No? Alright, cool. Can you explain the Mandibular Kite? I can't explain the Mandibular Kite because I don't understand why they keep putting it in the deck. What is this? 3, 4, could be 5, 6. Yeah, okay, yeah, fine. But like it's this weird French phenomenon that all the people in the French-speaking Duel Commander Discord just like love to put Mandibular Kite in Cloud for reasons that I just fully can't comprehend. Just it doesn't make any sense to me. There's no the misdirection. My march onto my Esper Sentinel. It's like kind of fucked up. I guess. I guess not really. Yeah, I guess I don't really care about this that much. They're just gonna die to the Jackrabbit. They pitched Stock Up? Jeez, you're not casting Stock Up here? You're stuck on lands? Missing land drops? Really didn't want to give me a card, I guess? I don't know. I think they're gonna super die to the Jackrabbit. Enough! Yeah, sure. This is 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 1 off lethal if I unexpectedly absent this Unable to Scream. When's the last time someone misdirected to him? I don't know, like 2015. 2015, also known as a decade ago. Oh no, don't say it like that. Yeah, get out of here, Hall of Storm Giants. You're gonna misdirect him. What is this one? You're gonna Tails End? No, just surveilling, sure. I suppose I could have waited until their upkeep because they were likely to fetch with the Wooded Foothills, and I could take them off of a red source that doesn't cost them life, but... I kind of want to name Fiery Confluence with this Disruptor Fluke, because I think it's like the only card that beats me. Like, Shatter, deal 2 to everything. It still wouldn't actually, like, beat me, but you never know. I'm gonna, like, die to something stupid that I'm not thinking about. Just put the Talon on top of their deck. Oh, yeah, that's maybe what I should have done. Well, whatever. They're dead. Alright, man is a little shaky, but the cards are very good. So I will accept this. Really hard hand to sequence with here. I think we're just gonna jam Mom. Oh, that's a very good draw. Especially versus no red land. Happy to jam Mom here. Could get Stern Scoldinged or Force Spiked. But if it gets active, then it gets to protect the Ocelot Pride, go nuts, so we can, like, Ocelot Pride, hold up Mana Tithe. And if it dies, it ate a removal spell that maybe doesn't hit the Ocelot Pride. Jackrabbit also back. My boy. No red source. Huge. You milled Starting Town, and then don't play a red source. Interesting, interesting. Ocelot Pride plus Mana Tithe your counterspell? Ooh, no counterspell, huge. Mom got put on Arena. How long till Arena stream? You're gonna have to wait a long time for an Arena stream. I'm nowhere near wanting to play that format. Any of the formats there. Just jam Vivi. What could go wrong, opponent? Nice mana base. I think I'm just gonna Disruptor Flute Vivi. Perfect mana base, by the way. We can't cast Cloud plus another 2-drop. I have really liked the Talon Gates. I've really come around on this card. I didn't play it in Felia for a while because it felt kind of mediocre, but the play patterns of being able to, like, clear out the single blocker to enable something like Jite or a Felia attack in Felia means that I should have probably just been playing in Felia the whole time. Alright. I'll protect my mom from this unholy heat. Am I getting Pyrokinesis? Be a little mean. That'd be an insane soul read if I just named Pyrokinesis with the flute. Nope. Alright, cool. VV or Orniteer? Three drop, 3-drop, 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 3-drop. Don't just kill the pride. Damn. Alright, which of you yahoos would I rather resolve, huh? I think the Stoneforge Mystic, right? I just go get Skull Clamp. And that's how I bury my opponent. So I cast Jack to Rabbit first. But then if my opponent just has like a lose focus or something, then my Stoneforge gets to resolve first. If they have counterspell, I can just mana tithe it, so I should actually lead Stoneforge. I think I want to. It doesn't matter if, like, I could play out my Stoneforge, phase out, play my Stoneforge, phase it out, but like, phase out my cat just in case, keep it safe for the Skull Clamp later. That was maybe stupid, because, like, do I just want to clamp it if the Stoneforge resolves? No, I want to keep holding a mana tithe anyway. Clamp. VV costs 6, 5 mana. Yeah, I'm happy passing here. Thank God for that one poor Borborgos bastard. I would never remember VV's last name. Well, I mean, it helps when it's face up at all times. Oh, well, there goes the mana tithe. It's very easy to name when I can literally, like, hey, can I see your commander for a second? Disruptor Flute. Mana tithe is a lot worse when your opponent knows about it, that's for sure. Land into Expressive Iteration, interesting choice. I guess they're at the point where they'd rather hit 2 spells anyway. Yeah, exile a Preordain. Vivian Ornithopter. What am I doing this turn? Am I, like, Stoneforging in Skull Clamp to play around counter magic? Because they only have 2 mana up. Could get Force Negation. Let's take a draw step. Figure out what we want to do. So if I put it in and then equip, I have hopefully 2 lands left. I think I'm fine with that. Put in my uncounterable Skull Clamp. Ding. Clamp the cat. Draw some cards. Hit a land drop. Great. So they know about the mana tithe, but I'm also, I mean, playing the Jackrabbit here would be kind of nice. But I guess I could always just, like, Cloud Clamp next turn. I'm here to talk about how broken the flying keyword mechanic is. Interesting. Do you have any cards that you think would be good with the flying mechanic that you think we should be playing? Ambrosia Whiteheart, you're gonna have to exclamation point card that one for me. Sounds like a fucking terrible like Legends creature. Surely this format is the place to bring back Wingmate Rock. Oh, Wingmate Rock was based, man. That card ruled. That card, I drafted a shit ton of that set. That card was like one of the most unbeatable cards I've ever like played in a draft format. It's a Final Fantasy one. Oh wow. Guess it could be. I guess Legends names and Final Fantasy names are probably like pretty close cross section. More lands is nice. I think I'm gonna start with casting Cloud, because there's a chance if I resolve Cloud, I might want to like just sneak in a thing with Stoneforge Mystic. There's also a good chance Cloud does not resolve. But I also have 8 billion mana. I do have to keep an eye out for like Lazotep Quarry Ocelot Pride sequence. It's gonna be hard to gain life in the same turn unless I lay down arms my own creature, but like you can make an Ocelot Pride copy. You make the token, and then if you get the Ocelot Pride trigger, you can make a copy of the token if you have City's Grace. Alright. Formalware, I get. What is my opponent's playing this game? What is my plan this game? I think I'm just gonna get uncounterable Formalware and just pass the turn again. I could clamp Cloud to draw 4, but my hand's like infinite cards already. Oh wait, the bird doesn't even have flying? Wow. Foolish suggestion indeed. Yeah, I guess I'm just passing the turn. I don't know. Don't really want any of my creatures to attack. My hand's just like 47 removal spells. Their deck plays like 4 creatures. There's no more like Underworld Breach cheese kill where they just like bolt you 7 times on turn 20. My opponent's got to make a move eventually. Nurturing Pixie? Alright, that one's like fine. You're allowed to play that one, right? This is gonna be a Flame of Anor? Huh. Okay. I will recast it. The reason I want to leave up this. Well, the reason is I only have 1 spell. There's maybe a reason I want to sack one of my cards at instant speed. Bounce the flash spells. Like, they might have like counterspell on the way back down, but definitely. I mean, it's also like the only thing they could really target. Yeah, there we go. Counterspell on the way back down. But like they just don't have enough fuel for the VV to like get me, right? They're gonna have 3 cards in hand. Even though all my removal sorcery speed, like this VV's just not gonna deal 20. Sorry. Although I guess I've been wrong before, but I don't think I'm wrong about this one. Oh, that's okay. That's actually not annoying. We can Static Prison the clout of the Dominus off of it. Doesn't do anything else. Just Shroud and Haste and gets big. Sure. Kite. Oh, I'm fucking ready. Alright, step one. This doesn't work during my turn, right? You can only make mana during your own turn. So you just have 2 mana here. Yoink. I'll save on tonight in case they like Murktide me. Not that it really matters. Okay, they give up. We did it! I was only gonna like draw another 4 cards here after attacking them for 7. Play a Jacked Rabbit, or maybe not. Who knows? Cloud of the Dominus can be a really scary card sometimes. If they're like horrifying kill you card, Shroud and Haste, and like a huge buff. Hey, Matman W2. No. Good question. Next question. In fact, actually, no, not a good question. Bad question. Think I've made it pretty clear the past, like, 7, 8, 9 streams, whatever. Like, is it in 4 months? We'll see. You mean the ban list that's a week before Eternal Weekend in Europe? I guess that's only 3 months. 5 months? Yeah, sometime like January, February, maybe. What were the other cards I was considering cutting? One of the Graveyard Hate cards, I think, was kind of a, I've had the Springly Drum be good enough that I think it's, like, slightly above the most cuttables section. This deck's very mana hungry, it comes up a fair amount, you have a lot of, like, little piddler 1-drops. Springly Drum was a lot worse in a deck like Felio. Although Felio did have, like, a lot of little piddlers, too. But Cloud often on like the turn he comes into play. You're just like clamping a bunch of stuff anyway. Talked about Forge Anew a little bit. I like having like a tutorable backup, like you can e-tutor for it as a way to really pick up your Skull Clamp, but it has like underperformed pretty consistently. I think Forge Anew is kind of weak-ish. I'm just waiting for so we have Masterwork of Ingenuity as like the Vesuva of equipment. We need a echoing deeps, where it copies an equipment in your graveyard. Then we're cooking. Anything else? I mean, without starting to shave more of the more of the token generators, the little Doom Travelers. I've thought about, I played against Elminster once, and that matchup has felt pretty nightmarish, but again, like very low sample size. But I think Basri would be like one of the first cards I reach towards in order to like just slightly improve that matchup with a card that's like in general pretty okay in the deck as a whole, because it is like a very cheap self-contained threat that tries to like weave under counter magic and produce multiple bodies to the board. But obviously, if you wanted to tech harder for a deck like Elminster, you'd want to start playing a bunch more cards with Flash. You'd play like more like the Flash package, along with Cathar Commando, Archivist of Ogma, whatever, a couple other cards like that. But I've always been pretty underwhelmed by those, and kind of like building the deck in a way that it's just very generally synergistic and not just kind of mediocre cards. Hey kitty, don't go back behind the computer. Don't do it. You're being a real pest today. You're trying to knock over my other monitor here? Just nope, get down. Nope, cut it out. Hey. Come on, get down from there. Get out of here. Go bug your mom. Your mom's not doing anything. Go bug her. Not me. Ugh. When's the next legacy event that I have to like care about? That means like just showcases, right? MTGO update.com. What's going on here? Jeez, nothing all month, huh? Nothing through all of September? Oh, they haven't announced the next season's worth of stuff, I guess, because there's nothing after September. They might not even have announced... No, they've announced some stuff early September. They announced the mock showcase opens, but nothing after that. Guess that makes sense. They usually announce them quarterly or whatever. Every third. Is there a good word for that? Quarterly, like semi-annually is too, right? Tri-annually? Is that every 3 years or once every third of a year? Also, totally unrelated, I was looking at... Oh, never mind, we're playing another match. But I don't understand what these percentages are at all. I don't know what these mean. This percent is over 100, which shouldn't make sense. Are they like off by 1 decimal place or something? Does the percentage mean something I'm not aware of? Azusa, huh? Alright, I found this matchup to be pretty close often. It felt worse at the start, started feeling better. Ugh, this hand's a little ugly. A lot of removal, no double white for Cloud or Pure Steel. Can I afford to go to 5 though? It doesn't even have like good cards against Azusa. I think I can go to 5. You just like Cloud for Skull Clamp and just draw 4. Alright, we got Ravages, that's good. I want Doomed Traveler into Cloud. I want Ravages. I guess that means I keep Crystal Vein. Crystal Vein's good with Ravages. Bottoming late on arms feels kind of awkward, but usually when Azusa plays the first lands, it's kind of out of... You kind of need to keep all your lands here too. I guess we're drawing a 4. We don't necessarily need to, but... Exploration is a strong start, especially versus my Mold 5. This is free to cast? Well, it's -1 damage to cast, but seems like a pretty good choice. Clamping. Playing with the Zork arrow? What? What are you talking about? I'm making fun of MTGO looking like a Windows 1999 program, but what does that mean? I kind of want to just like Windmill Slam Ravages next turn. We have Springleaf Drum to like slowly recoup. If we're drawing another land, I definitely want to. If they just like go like land Azusa, land, then we just kind of get to nuke them. Don't play a Crucible of Worlds, please. Green Sun for... What are you getting here? Dark Chef's Thespian stage, huh? Interesting. I do think I kind of just need to nuke them, huh? It only sets them back like 1 to 2 turns depending on how many lands they have. And like Skull Clamp will like probably draw us into something to stop this. It buys us enough time that I think I'm happy to just blow up the world. They might not have, you know, another 2 lands immediately, but it's an Azusa deck, so it's kind of a tall order. Next turn, we're probably just gonna draw 4 to 6 cards. Okay, so they guaranteed have the combo set up next turn because they can just go Thespian Sage Dark Depths and they have 2 mana here. So we just want to draw as many cards as possible. We can attack with both because we can technically clamp the Doom Traveler, draw additional cards. Or to like untap our creature, but that means we couldn't cast a 1. But I don't even know what 1 we could cast that's better than just drawing 6 here. So I think I'm just going attack for 3, play Plains, clamp Doom Traveler, clamp Cloud, draw 6, try to find an answer for Stage Depths. Talon Gates, you are not it. None of you are it, in fact. That's not it either. We have no way of gaining a life too. We just have this fucking Ocelot Pride. Oh no, we have a flying blocker. Hold up. All right. So it is probably wise to not clamp my Spirit Token then. That also gets us to like potential Talon Gates afterwards. So I think I should just spew. Fortunately, we don't have another thing to do with a mana, actually. Like, we could cast Ethersworn, but I think that's actually actively detrimental. I don't want to really clamp my Pride. So I guess we'll just clamp the Giver just in case. Notably, my opponent can also use the Shifting Woodland to make a second 20/20 down the road. Once they have Delirium and green too. Oh, not making a 20/20. Cool. Yeah, connected with the Pride would let us take a hit from the Lage. We'd go to 21. I don't love Realms Uncharted. That's what always makes me nervous. Yeah, these cards. Alright, so I need to remember. I fucked this up last time I played against Azusa. You put the chosen cards into their graveyard. So I think I want to put the Echoing Deeps and the Ivugin in their graveyard. This is just like a bunch of mana, which I guess is also scary. Oh, they can always like get back the Diavugin, but that costs like 8 billion mana at that point. I think I'm giving them... is the card in their hand just like Emrakul or something? I'm just giving them a bunch of mana to kill me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, 7. I think it is best to put these two in the yard. I have to put Echoing Deeps in the yard because it lets them have any of these. Chosen cards into the graveyard. Nope, stop that. Kitty, get out from back behind the... Get out of here. The two you chose go to the graveyard. Yeah, I fucked it up. Last time I played against Azusa, they cast Realms Uncharted, and I totally fucked it up. Sure. Cloud the blue-black reanimator of Duel Commander. Did you become what you hated? I mean, I guess. Weird way of putting it, but I mean, there is a blue-black reanimator deck in the format. This deck's the mono-white initiative of Duel Commander. Alright. Seems like we're dying unless we find our second Ravages of War. They're gonna get back their Ivugin and fucking kill my ass. I think it's time to clamp our Spirit Token, huh? Talon Gates. I guess I could actually just use Giver. Play my white sources. Use Giver pro colorless, so I'm not clamping the Pride. Attack for 1. Clamp the Spirit Token. I guess clamping Spirit is I'm not attacking with the Spirit because I'm going to tap it to this drum. So we'll start like that. Did I kick Dog out? Yes. She was trying to get behind the computer. I mean, stands for Dark Depths, so that really doesn't feel like it's the plan anymore. We're going to get, like, Emrakul now. It's going to take 2 turns, so we have more chances to dig for Winter Orb would be really fucked up. But we can't cast Winter Orb even if we dig deeper here, so... I think this is going to be Ocelot, Pride, Connect, plus... Casting candidates seems so awful. It means I can only cast 1 spell next turn. I suppose I could always phase it out if I really need to. Pro colorless. Like Ivugan, sure. Oh, I need to put it into play for free, sure, yeah, whatever. We really needed to draw a Winter Orb from the first Springleaf, or from the first Skull Clamp. I think I'm just chump blocking with this Other Sworn. I just don't care about it at all. I'd like to stay above 21 just in case of a weird Dark Depths backdoor, but I don't think that's happening. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can't Ivugan and Stage Depths, I don't think. Not that I think that matters a ton. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9. So I can't get to I can't get to City's Blessing unless I don't clamp, which seems insane right now, so we're gonna clamp. Oust. That is not very useful, huh? I think it's just clamp to find exactly Winter Orb to try to stay alive. I think if we do that, though, then we actually are going to die. If we find Winter Orb now, we're going to die to Mega Spawn plus 2020. Because we don't have enough mana to do all of that, because I'd have to tap the drum to play the orb. But I'm going to die anyway. We'd find, like, Winter Orb plus Solitude. That's not those cards. Yeah, we're just gonna go next. My opponent's gonna beat me with their choice of Eldrazi. Next, awkward mold of 5. We might have been able to try to milk that Armageddon a little bit more, but this hand is. I think this hand's good enough. Obviously, it's horrendous if we miss on third land. Although I guess if I'm solely analyzing this hand as good enough by Skrelv into Cloud into hand, you don't need that much more to be better. You just need 3 lands to Cloud into hand is good. But obviously, mulliganing makes hand worse. Feast and Famine is really nice, but very slow. Ranger Captain's not that good. Canoness is... yeah, I'm going to mulligan this. No. Alright, this hand's acceptable. We really need another white source, obviously, but... we'll need Esper Sentinel, just in case. There are worlds where this taxes, like Explorations and Burgeonings and Utopia Sprawls. Yeah. No. No. Where'd my portable hole go? Huh? Even worth static prisoning this? Because they just, land Azusa and they just have an exploration? This is kind of completely awful for me, though. Yeah, it might just be dying here. Some non-functional mulligans. What I missed? Do we 5-0 yet? Yeah, not quite. I'm kind of having some like real piss poor hands versus Azusa here. I think I'm supposed to just play out the Soul Guide as well, although it's kind of awful into the blast zone. It would have been a lot better on the draws for sure. I should have taken the draw, obviously. One has 3 permanents and I disagree with 2 of them. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. I mean, if we draw, like, White Source's turn, then there's a world that we get to live. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Zenith? What does this even get at 1? Sure. No White Source. Ugh. Ugh. This thing, I guess, blocks pretty well. Halfling is just like, ramp you, gain 2 life. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm just gonna give him like the best blast zone in the world. And this game's over. We just had some exceptionally non-functioning draws, unfortunately. The Moldify was like was fairly functioning, but didn't quite get there. Yeah, sure. I don't even know what you want this to do. Shatter anything. Whatever. I'm gonna pop the Static Prison, pop the Soul Guide. Sure. Alright, this is the plan. We're gonna get him. I'm gonna draw City of Traders, and then into like 4 more lands, and also my opponent's not gonna have any lands. I'm just going to continue to cast 1-drops into their onboard blast zone. Everything's going to be fine. Yeah, this game's pretty fucking over. Send Oswald in this matchup? Yeah, we'll sure show my opponent that I can sometimes tutor for a Winter Orb that will sometimes do something. Yeah, it's fine. I've had enough. I don't want to play this game anymore. We can move on. Yeah, unfortunate draws there. I find the Zeus matchup has felt a lot closer than I initially thought it was, but obviously you gotta be able to cast your spells. Versus Felia. Can we have like a good good opener? Who's the Felia deck now? Keep this. I think I'm just bottoming Wisp here. I like Hunted Witness because this is probably a clamp start, and Flare goes well with Witness as well to protect my stuff. Wisp is just a card that probably shouldn't even be in my deck, if we're being honest. Wow. They're the Skull Clamp deck and we're the Felia deck. Who would have thought? Now, do I also hold up Felia here? I think I kind of like it. Means that I can like untap double cloud the following turn. Block their Felia, cast Flare. Although I guess Cloud's better just blocking the Felia straight up and just like letting the trade happen if that's what they want. Obviously, I'd like my Felia to live more than they want their Felia to live. Yeah, sure. Don't really know why you're pre-combating this. What could I have? Could be anything. Maybe I just forgot to cast my Cloud. Wow, no attacks, huh? Wow, what deck is... Which deck is which, huh? They're the Cloud deck and we're the Felia deck. Now, the really awkward thing is here, because I didn't play Cloud and Goo with GT, I can't... Maybe I should have thought about my Crystal Vein, huh? Could have threatened GT here, but now I can't. I just double Cloud, and I just have, like, flat. They only get 2 GT counters. It's not the end of the world. And we have, like, Flare. I mean, yeah, it's just a Cloud Flicker Cloud angle. For sure. I think I'm getting GTA plus Clamp. Oh, I should have... Oops. I should have gotten Clamp first, because I probably just could have cast it. It's fine, I want the Soul Guide in play, obviously. I almost think I want Formal Wire, but I'm not positive. Curious if they use Giver here, or just attack. Seam Rip, huh? Good thing I didn't play my Skull Clamp or my GTA, I guess. I could Flare this, but then they have 2 GT counters, but then they have to use this on the Felia attack. They have 2 GT counters, which can't stop me from GTing on my Felia. If I don't Flare and then they block, and then they use the Giver Pro White and then attack, then I'm pretty fucked, right? I guess I just always have the Flare. I think I just let this happen. Oh, they do get to flicker the Seam Rip. I didn't think about that. Still fine though, because we get to keep a creature then. And then we get to connect with GT. And then their Flare can't actually target any of my stuff. Or their Seam Rip, sorry. Because all my stuff will have hexproof. 1-drop creature means that they can pro-white this now. Can't target anything because they all have hexproof. Let's take a draw step. Ooh. Well, that's awkward because it's already equipped to the Felia. And the Felia can attack and flicker it out. But I can attack with my Felia, flicker their Kite, and then Disruptor Flute the Kite? Is that a play? I think that plays, right? I mean, they could, like, then they attack me and flicker their Seam Rip and eat my Disruptor Flute. So it only plays for a turn. But it gives me a turn to, like, Skull Clamp my Soldier token and try to dig for an answer to the Giver of Runes to punch through with my Felia. I guess I flicker their Felia, not the Kite, because it takes off the counter. Although they could, like, pro-white it with the Giver, never mind. You guys aren't very helpful, huh? Oh, I could have actually I could flute the Giver of Runes, but it's too late. We're already too behind to do that. I'm supposed to play no, Factory doesn't block this turn anyway, but I was supposed to play it so that it can block as a 3/3 later. It's gonna be a 4/4 by then. Yeah, this game's getting rapidly out of hand. I think I flubbed this on turn 2. I think I should have just jammed Cloud. Didn't think about the Crystal Vein in my hand for Crystal Vein Kite. Could have just been ahead of the curve here. Attack, Flicker, Seam Rip. The question is, do they take Felia, Skull Clamp, or Flute? I imagine they take Flute here, but they might take Felia, just clear my board. I think I can, like, come back into this game if this is their play. They have no cards in hand right now. Do I just clamp Cloud? I think I want Formal Wear. Clamp Cloud or play Pride? Taking a lot of damage. Pride doesn't really do anything on this board currently. If I Clamp Cloud, I do have to discard 2 cards. Sure. amazing. This is my Skull Clamp experience in Felia, by the way. Just it's infinite cards with 2 toughness. My Skull Clamp has almost no text. Just attack, flicker one of your own creatures. Flicker the Novice Inspector, maybe? Maybe flicker the Flute so you can equip the Jite over like 2 turns. Oh, they're giving me back the Felia. Maybe they want to take the Skull Clamp now instead. Makes sense. The Skull Clamp's really good here. They just take the Cloud. I guess. I should recast it if I want to. They get to like flicker the seam. I don't really care if they keep flickering the seam rip if they're not connecting with the GT. Kind of outgrind this fairly well. Attack with Ocelot Pride. They probably just block it, get it killed. If they it's probably a little risky to use if they use the Giver. Attack with both. Flicker the Felia. Does that do anything for me? I have Reverent Mantra to prevent like a double block here. Do I want to do that with my whole turn though? Not really. Formalware, get back Hunted Witness, attack both, flicker the Formalware, something like that. Block pro white. Just let it all through because the Formula will get something back. Oh wow. Sick, they just let it all through. I kind of didn't expect it to happen. Create a token that's a copy of it. So I need the token in play by the end of the turn to copy it, right? Enlightened Tutor's enormous here, I think. Enlightened Tutor for Parallax Wave has got to reset the ball in my court pretty favorably, right? Alright. What does this even get here? You already have Skull Clamp and GTA. Sash. Your own Formor that's not very good because I have Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, I do think the opponent's playing too scared. They're like, I think they should just seam ripped the Skull Clamp when they just like seam ripped the Cloud and gave me back the Felia for no reason and then like didn't make any blocks there. If they had just like blocked, I would have lost a creature for free. We are almost dead here. They like jump the Felio. But then I think I can destabilize. Flicker the Seam Rip, I assume? Yeah. We do take a decent chunk of damage here. You got a portable hold the skull clamp here, right? Yeah, sure, take the Felio. I don't give a shit, man. Let's Enlighten Tutor for Parallax Wave. I do need to be cognizant of my clock here, but what's the proper attacks? Is it just like play Parallax Wave, Exile, Giver, attack with like everything that has lifelink? Maybe don't attack with the Ocelot Pride, I guess. Just attack with like the lifelink soldiers. Maybe even just one lifelink soldier, just so I can make more cats. Give protection to the tapped creature that I'm going to exile anyway, sure. Bold choice. They had like 2 mana here open and they didn't put the clamp on any of these things to like try to trade. Oh. Okay. Kind of, I could save my lifelink soldier. I kind of expected them to block with more creatures, but I'd rather just trade it for 2 cats. I'd love to draw a white card. Formal Error gets me back nothing currently. Unfortunate. I could make a GT that doesn't matter. I'll just pass here, I guess. Thinking about like exiling this Guide of Souls or something. I think I need to, which means I probably should have done it because they can like flash in the Felio. We put 2 clamps on the Witness, then move to the Formal Wear. Oh, we draw so many cards. I don't think we need to do that, but clamp targeting Guide of Souls. That's the one creature that I was almost assuredly going to kill, but okay. I guess that's not true. I'm going to kill this Rebel token for sure, because I don't want them drawing a card. March of Otherworldly Light, get my Felia back, flicker the Parallax Wave. Alright. I guess I could probably just march my Disruptor Flute and GT them or something, but... I think I'm just gonna Reverent Mantra this turn, so let's attack like this. Although they're gonna like block with this Guide of Souls, and they're gonna draw 2 cards that I don't want. Maybe I'm supposed to just march the guy. Yeah, all roads lead to Rome, right? I guess I could just not. I could just march right now, huh? They have no cards in hand. Just march pro white. Oh, this is gonna make the thing fall off. Oh, that's actually kind of good for me, because it means I can clamp it. Make more tokens. This certainly was a number of game actions. This is a little bit of a tough game to navigate fully here. This is gonna resolve. They're gonna get their 1 trigger, their 1 Guide of Souls trigger, and then I'm gonna march it. You got it. Palace Jailer, sure, buddy. I guess they take my Felia to prevent me from, like, Parallax Wave killing them. If I just save my Felia here, it comes back, they get a Giver. I'm just gonna bring it back when I attack. Whatever. I just need to kill them before I, like, time myself out trying to figure out how to navigate this game. Equip my Glimmer Lens. That Guide of Souls is fucking suited up. Clamp here. Formal wear here. Sort of Feast of Famine, sure, why not? Clamp here. Have I played a land yet? Maybe. I have. Jesus Christ, white card mirrors, huh? I just need to kill them. They're at 8 life. Fortunately, none of my stuff can get through with this sort of Feast and Famine. Equip Glimmer Lens, equip Skull Clamp. Ooh, a Cloud, sure. Oh, right, I have a Cloud. Costs like 6 mana, I think. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you, Soulguide Lantern. I'm not letting that Guide of Souls come back. Equip the Glimmer Lens. Oh, I guess I don't have a Cloud anymore, huh? Yeah, sure. Clamp. Draw 4 cards. I don't give a shit. Panic, panic, panic. Thinking, thinking. I don't really... I guess this attack's kind of free, huh? Sure, why not? God damn it. Yeah, sure, why not? Whatever. Voice of Victory, Skrelv, Ocelot Pride, Sword of Fire and Ice, I'd kill them. That's the plan. That's the plan next turn. No, my Ocelot Pride. Whatever. Equip all the things with Ophelia instead. Cast a 6 mana Ophelia? Sure, you're dead. Cast a 7 mana. You're gonna, like, cast that Angel's card? Amaria's Call? Overlord of the Mistmore? Sure, yeah, that's more white creatures. You're dead. Yep, sure. I also have Galadriel's Dismissal. Oh, wait, I have to... Okay, no, this is not protection. So this actually works the way I want it to. White. Fucking send it. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Alright, you're dead. Jesus Christ. The D&T mirror, huh? That game was very losable, but we had to, like... The problem was that we had to, like, crawl back into that game. It just took forever to, like, stabilize to enough time to where I felt comfortable trying to, like, actually win the game. So we are, like, pretty down on clock, but we're also up a game, so we can just play real fast. D&T mirror is fun. That sounds good. They always flash in Felia, so you can always just play as percent all in one anyway. No one drop, huge. I wonder if I want to delete Cigar as 8 so I can have like turn 3 GT. I guess I have it anyway. How long is Dual Commander staying on Magic? Well, it's here forever until it like becomes so unpopular that people stop playing it or whatever. Block. I guess it also doesn't matter because we're not casting Cloud this turn anyway. We're holding up Mana Tithe for Felia. The trial challenges are temporary. I don't think so. As far as I know, the trials are all pretty normal. Take my Cigar Day. That's fine. I don't really care about it. This feels just like a GT or a It is a little awkward that we don't currently have a good Felia answer, but I don't feel like this is a GTA game. I think this is a Skull Clamp game. I think that these games are just like ridiculously grindy. This is probably just like a Skull Clamp Draw Forest type of game. It does get a little awkward. I guess we also have Galadriel's Dismissal to like take the Felia out of commission for a turn. To try to dig deeper. Maybe I should have played Skull Clamp there. We have Flare to protect it. Ooh, Hunted Witness. Don't mind if I do. Do I just want to clamp that, or do I just want to try to draw 4? Putting it in play is nice because it's a good flare target to protect my stuff. But I also want to be able to hold up Galadriel's Dismissal for this inevitable Felia, so I think we will start with Clamp, attempt to draw 4. Although, the likelihood of us hitting another land for Galadriel's Dismissal and Hunted Witness is really high. If they cast a removal spell, would I sack Esper Sentinel to flare it? I think the answer is yes. It's unfortunate that it's a free removal spell. No land, huh? So much for that other plan. Really awkward, too, that I have Galadriel's dismissal specifically, so I can't static prison the Felia after. Ugh, no land is so gross. That's so bad for me. Really wanted to hit a land drop there in my 4 cards. I think we just have to hold on to Skull Clamp for a turn, though, and dismissal the Felia so they can't just flicker Skyclave and eat my... I guess I could actually dismissal the Skyclave when the Felia attacks, and that gives me an opportunity just to static prison it. That's probably better. Ouch. So much for that plan. I think I still do that, though, when they inevitably flicker the Skyclave. Or flicker the Witch Enchanter, whatever. There's a land, at least. Unfortunately, I can't cast more white cards. This fucking hand. I can make 2 Lion Sashes. I need to spend less time thinking about this game. Potential game 3 to win. Be a good time to draw the Fortune I was talking shit about. Is it right just to make more Lion Sash? Oh, I could actually make a Glimmer Lens. That's much better. I was thinking about making another Lion Sash here. But... you just saw the stream title. It's a pretty good one, I think. They can't activate the Sash. Oh, sure, there's exiling the Mana Tithe. Well, you're tapped out. I guess I'll eat my own Skull Clamp. As sad as I am to do it. I guess it's GT time is how I try to win this game. Cast GT next turn. Maybe I should even cast GT, or, like, clouded that past turn. Especially with Pure Steel in my hand. Kind of want to double block this. And single block this, maybe? Starfield Shepherd, sure. What do you get here? Like a benevolent bodyguard, maybe? Mother of Runes? Oh, yeah, something like that. Makes sense. Sure. Took the bait. I get the good card. I can F6 here pretty safely. If I draw a land, do I just crack Ghost Vacuum? Sky. I guess no, because they have an active Mom. Ugh, I just GT. I could like Pure Steel into GT. It's bad if they have a removal spell though. If I draw 6 land, I might Pure Steel into GT just to try to draw the card. But otherwise, I'll probably just GT into Pure Steel. Do I have 3 artifacts? Yes, I have 3, and I will have 4. And then have the 2 counters to be able to clear the Felia. It's bad if my opponent has interaction, though. They have a... Although we have enough of a board that the Felia is harder, is less threatening. I guess that's not necessarily true. They have a Mother of Runes. They'll be able to, like, attack pro white, flicker their Witch Enchanter, pop my GT. Oh, there's hard casting. Oh, this gives them a flyer. Sure. That is pretty good against me, huh? Oh, there's my own Mother of Runes. So now I just want to play out my mom. Because I can't GT them this turn. Guess I'll free equip this in case it matters later. Ouch. That's certainly bad for me. I wonder if I was supposed to just send with the, like, just Suicide in the Cloud that turn, just to draw 2. Alright. I don't have enough time for this. We'll just resubmit for game 3 here. think if I had played the Cloud a turn earlier, kind of just like was casting spells in my hand for no reason, kind of on autopilot. Although, I don't know how long they were on that plow. Definitely could have mucked things up. We should sideboard into Skrelv. That'll show them. We should sideboard into Felia, just like flex on them. Ugh. The problem is, it's hard to like deduce when a game is going to be about GTA versus Clamp. I think on average it's supposed to go for Clamp versus Felia. But like if you don't have removal spells, you kind of just can't let Felia attack, so you kind of need Clamp to do find removal spells. But you also have like a bunch of removal, so it's tough. On the play, it's more tempting to go get GTA. Yeah, I wonder if I was supposed to like just pure steal GTA that turn anyway. No, can't just like Hail Mary, especially because we drew the mom. We didn't know what was on that the opponent had the plow. Thinking about like equip GTA to Spirit and like the Glimmer Lens to the Cloud, and then attack, draw two, try to hit something, but then we're sacrificing our only flyer when we have the mom that we're potentially trying to get online. My opponent running out the sideboard clock here. Good to take a break during like these marathon matches, though. This hand kind of sucks, but I'm gonna keep it. But much better on the draw, but them's the breaks. We have removal spell for Felia. We have turn 2 Cloud. We have Jolted Awake, which is not super good in this matchup. Oh, we just drew Clamp. That's nice. We just go get GTA now. Hopefully their flicker target of choice isn't super devastating. That's honestly not actually that devastating because they can't take my Agancho. Cost 2 more. Take the Geddon and something else that I just cast and get to kill their Felia. Recast my Cloud. What does Cloud even get here? I think more bodies. Is it just Sash? It's time to get Mandibular Kite. No attack? Sure. Trying to get a better creature to flicker so they can attack their Felia in. just attack the Spellbinder in? Interesting. Sure. You just ephemerated the Spellbinder to like the same effect, right? I guess they don't get the Aganjo out of my hand or whatever. Uh-oh. Take my Geddon, kill me with Jite. I think I'm just windmill slamming Geddon if they don't take it. Hoping that they don't have more land drops. I'm gonna just die to beatdowns, but I don't really think I have much of a choice. If we just draw like 1 or 2 drop creature here, we're okay. Although we also need them to like not hit land. Unfortunate. Oh. Sure. Oh, that's actually really unfortunate. Because they could crew the Felia and flicker the... But they can't like flicker anything of value. Like, they flicker the reconfig off, the reconfig goes back on. This doesn't... I guess this is just like the same amount of damage, gets the counter on, yeah. But we're just gonna die to this Jite unless we draw, like... Not that. Oh, right, it costs 1 more. So, Dahlia, too. Dang. Probably definitely shouldn't have kept that game 3 hand, but it's tough when you're down on clock like that. What was our hand? It was like... Do we have another... It was Get In plus the whatever spell, the Helping Hand thing. Jolted Awake plus 5 lands, one of which notably was the Aganjo. So like below average. But them having just like natural GTA in games 1 and 3 was really tough. And then we kept a 5-lander and drew a bunch more lands. Them's the breaks sometimes. Every time I click over to the deck list, instantly. My opponent is double queuing in a free Vintage Cube Preview League. Why? Why would you do that? Is there value? It's a free league, so I imagine like that's not like your nose to the grindstone, getting your play points or whatever, right? Azusa matchup again, huh? This is not an Azusa-y hand, huh? What is an Azusa-y hand? This has, like, potential portable hole for some of their stuff into Cloud hand, and we have, like, Reverend Mantra to try to punch through. Part of me just, like, wants to keep a functional Seven, which hasn't been working out very well this league. Maybe they'll have, like, Utopia Sprawl. Ooh, alright, deal. I will accept any and all targets for this portable hole. There's no prizes for it. Yeah, the one, like, who's double queuing vintage, free vintage preview league and dual commander? Seems moderately unhinged. A 2-drop, that's cheating. Green Sun? Sure. Reclaimer, Halfling, Brazier, sure. They probably just drafted a bad deck that I haven't dropped. I guess that's fair, yeah. They're not necessarily actively playing. Time for the hand. It's like kind of tempting that I might want Feast and Famine instead, but I think I just want to like kill them. And especially we have Skrelv. We can like turn 3 hand. It's a little murky on the sequencing here. We'll figure it out. We'll play it by ear a little bit. Also, notably, they do have access to Glacial Chasm or... does that mean I should have gone for Clamp? Because we have to break through Chasm Lock or Maze of Ith. Hand's not very good against either of those. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to grab Clamp there. Start digging for Argeddons. Enough. Sure. You gonna go get a maze and then have played Temple of the False God instead? Kicked out Kitty's found a way back. I mean, the door's open. I just shoot her out. I didn't like lock her out or anything. Urza's Saga? Really? Really regretting my decision of not grabbing Clamp now. I could just punch for like 12 here. This comes in tapped, but they have a Zeus as a blocker. I'm just thinking about like if I Hand of Vecna, Reverent Mantra through the Grazer, hit them for like 12 here, then next turn I can like Skyclave the Arboreal Grazer, but they'll have a Zeus. But that means they're not cracking Cave and they're just chump blocking. It's cost 3 to crack, right? I guess they have 2 cards in hand, one of which is the Saga, so they could like Azusa into another land and crack. Like Saga, Azusa, play any other land, and they can crack the Cave too. Put into 5 means that we have them in the Abyss now. Skrelv doesn't have Giver text, right? Yeah, Hexproof from it's specifically colors. So I can't punch through a Maze of Ith. Imagine they have literal fog in their deck. That would get me. I imagine they'd at least have, like, the fog buyback sack of land, right? That one, like, kind of goes infinite. Horrible design, by the way. You want to talk about, like, bad old card design. Temple of False God's playable. It's playable in, like, the pretty land-heavy decks. You'll see it in, like, the Atraxa and Elminster decks, and also, you know, Azusa's got, like, 55 lands or whatever. You're just always getting to 5 lands in games that you're actually playing Magic. So it's just kind of Ancient Tomb. You're also, like, a Yavimaya deck, so you can utilize it early sometimes. It's really only played in the decks that, like, plan to play, like, get a shit ton of lands in play. Constant misses, some kind of abysmal design. Yeah, real. Some real dog shit in the early. It's the one that goes under the radar because it's like obviously not broken dog shit, but it's like goddamn, like no one wanted to play against this. Oh fuck yeah! I can fog every turn for the rest of the game. It's a $20 card on paper. That makes sense. It's probably like a just fucking EDH staple and it's been printed once. 6? Huh. Green Sun again? They just drew the Green Sun? Nature's Rhythm. Okay, sure. They have a Shatter? They have like a Rex Sage effect? It's got a Secret Lair printing? Really? That makes some sense. Secret Lair is a nice outlet for reprinting cards that are otherwise basically unreprintable. So they reprint like EDH fodder every once in a while. What is this getting? What is this Nature's Rhythm? Is this the one with like Harmonize? Yeah. You can flash it back for 8 billion mana. I don't know what I'm doing next turn. It's probably attacking and casting Skrelv. But then they'll have Saga Blocker online. But we can potentially try an answer to that and try to lethal them. Judging from the tank, I imagine they're not just getting Reclamation Sage. Get like Thought Knot Seer? Still chump blocking at that point though. But it gives you a colorless chump blocker? I don't know. Do whatever you want, opponent. Opponent's already kind of made some oddball choices. I feel like with the Hand of Vecna, they would have, like, Maze of Ith. They would have Sylvan Scribe for Maze of Ith on the Temple of False God turn. Oh, they're dead. Did I say this out loud, or was I just thinking, like, exactly Topic Solitude kills them? Don't do this. I don't think it matters because I think it'd be lethal anyway, but we can Skyclave the Ice Till. Do they not play the land out of the graveyard either? Alright, it all worked out. All according to plan. Perhaps I should have grabbed a Skull Clamp after understanding the cards on board a little bit better and the likelihood of my plan working. But then my plan just worked. Oh shit, we got Gemstone Caverns, it's over. And Flute. We're cooking. Now this is a hand. I think I'm pitching Indebted Spirit. Huh? If they don't play ramp on one, we can potentially flute name Azusa as well. Probably worse than just fucking hand, put him in the dirt. It's hand time. Hand doesn't mean that we have lethal because we can like recruit Solitude, punch, get the Azusa out of the way too. At least I assume that's lethal. I haven't mathed the number of cards in my hand at all the given points, but it's probably a lot. Kitty, cut that out. Get out. Stop knocking papers off the table. Get out of here. Shoo. She's not shooing. It's Vecna time. It's time for the hand. What's happening here? Could be like Beseiju. I'm not playing that. You've redeemed the lap dog back in. Alright, come back in, dog. She's standing by the door. There you go. She's back. Happy 20k. Come up here. You can prove that you're back. And prove to the world that you've returned. What are we doing, opponent? It's my upkeep. Please let me kill you. Draw to 7, play to 6, play to 5, equip, attack for 12. Yeah, it seems like a lot. Man, Hand of Vecna Jackrabbit, now that's the dream, huh? I don't know if I'll ever realize that dream in a game, but maybe one day. Opponent went back to their vintage cube match. Alright, we're back. They got done against me this weekend. Hell yeah. Fucking rules. Come on. Ow. Just headbutted me. You dead? Turn 3 kill? Turn 3 kill anybody? Hand of Vecna haters? Where you at? Never did anything through Glacial Chasm. My opponent had 20 bunnies. That's when you then go for the Skull Clam. Then you draw your Geddon to get out of the Chasm Lock. They're all sleeping in France. That's fair, yeah. All the people that are awake watching the stream understand that Hand of Vecna is good and Mandibular Kite is bad. The hand seems really good at killing the unfair decks quickly and bad everywhere else. Yep, that's pretty much the exact purpose of the card. Very good at killing the uninteractive decks extremely fast, which is kind of one of Cloud's weaknesses in my experience. And not very useful in other situations. Alright, let's see it. Do you have... Oh no! My hand! Oh, Draft Magistrate's pretty nice. I think we're just gonna, like, beat him down. Draft Magistrate really nice against Azusa. Jackrabbit coming in. Beat down a clock. I mean, they don't have the Azusa out, so like, this Glacial Chasm is not gonna last a super long time. Can we recruit for anything? This is one of the situations where you would actually want like a white organ. Oh, well, kind of annoying. I guess we can recruit for an answer for Conduit of Worlds now. Oh, they're just what? Huh? Just give up? This doesn't beat. Huh? Okay. I mean, I'll take it. I was ready to like recruit. I was talking about White Orc Phantom, but White Orc Phantoms would be like specifically you're playing against a bunch of Azusa and you want a bullet to beat Glacial Chasms and Mazes of Ith because it's White Orc Phantom is borderline unplayable in every other matchup just because everyone in the format is going to have basics. Card is very bad. What was my plan here though? Just like recruiter the guard for something. Attack with Jackrabbit, make a guy. I don't think I was just like a lock to win this game, but I mean, I guess they're probably they know their cards in hand. Maybe they're just like not gonna last long enough with the Glacial Chasm. They can like play out lands for. They can only pay for one turn, right? And then they could like sack it, bring it back with the Conduit of Worlds, but then they're just like treading water because they get a land. Then have to sack it, replay it, and then sack a land, and then they get a land, pay 2 life, so they're like losing life. But they can like draw a couple of cards, find like an exploration or something maybe. But like the rest of my hand's pretty stacked, so I was feeling pretty confident in that matchup. I might have even like recruited for Stoneforge here, given the situation, just a Stoneforge for Clamp, just to like start drawing towards Geddon. Alright, let's do a giveaway, huh? I'm gonna run to the bathroom before our final round, so it's the perfect time to run a giveaway. It's our giveaway code word, huh? We haven't done anything particularly interesting this league, huh? It's just been like Azusa, Felia, Vivi, a bunch of like pretty like stock dual commander decks. Nothing particularly fun. We had like that really long marathon game, but is it just like Hand of Vecna again? Because Hand of Vecna just always rules. It's Jackrabbit. Yeah, we've been talking about how fucking great Jackrabbit is. That's a good call. Squash. Squash is the word. I love Jackrabbit flavor text. There's also Vecna last week apparently. Exclamation point giveaway. Squash. Type squash in the chat for your chance at 120 play points, courtesy of the fine folks at Daybreak Games. I'll end the giveaway sometime within the next 20-ish minutes. I'm running to the bathroom. We can start match 5. Cat or dog, don't do anything while I'm gone. Chat, watch her. If she does anything, if she knocks anything over, it's on you, chat. You do anything bad? No? Get my seat. Get. Everyone get their squashes in. Not enough squashes. Let's queue up. We can let some more people type in squash. What was the flavor text? Squash, what it is and what it does, or something. Ah. Stop drooling all over me. Ugh, you disgusting wet cat mouth. An endless epidemic is our opponent. Terrifying. Ooh, is this blue? Oh, this is not blue-green Wilson auras. I've never seen green-red Wilson. Interesting. This hand's a little bit mopey, but it's also like Springleaf Drum into Cloud Clamp, which seems fine. With Hand of Ekno, which is not really a card here. Oh shit. Finally, someone else with a fucking Gemstone Caverns. This card rules. I wonder if this might even end up being like a Felia angle. Is this still like just an Auras deck? Or... guess we'll find out, huh? I want to hold up Felia here in case they just like dump some stuff on this and we can like flicker at Ward 2. Alright. Attack for 2. Sure. You gonna pump it with Okina? That's your that's your turn? I guess? Not really the threat I expected it to be, but okay. I could unexpectedly absent the Wilson, notably. I would have to put it under 0 card zone. They would just draw and recast it for 2. And if I do it on their turn, they could have like some weird hexproof thing up. I don't know. Genuinely just vaguely confused as to what's going on. I think I'd just do this. Maybe I'm like gonna die to some. I don't know what I'm supposed to expect here. I'm okay trading with Halfling because I'm kind of scared of their mana a little bit. And I'm okay not trading. Just means that the Felia continues to do things. I think I'm getting GTA. GTA is obviously not good against Wilson, but they gotta have like other creatures and shit. I mean, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna get fucking like Giant Growth Assault Stroved or something. I genuinely not sure. It's just like Groll Infect. It's just like auras, except kind of worse. Cast something. This is Sure. Yep. That's a green something for 2, I guess. This could be could be literally anything. Oh. That's pretty scary. Could be dying. I mean, I don't think I'm blocking. They want to, like, double strike this and also give it, like, they didn't even... I guess fetching doesn't... Doubling the counters doesn't do anything. Because it only has the 1 counter anyway. What is happening? What is happening? What are they doing? I hate it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So if I want to, like, get my GT stuff going on, I would have to pretty much tap out. I mean, I can also hold up Unexpectedly Absent, but, like, am I supposed to be playing around like a hexproof card? I could just, like, GTA the Cloud, attack both. They can block with Wilson for free. But, like, I have a GTA with 4 counters on it, which lets me kill the Cub, and also insulates me a little bit from, like, a pump, like, just a getting punked by Wilson. I guess casting Nesting Bot is also free here. I think I just want GTA counters. Attack Flicker the Nesting Bot. I don't really care if this blocks. This blocks here. They could actually make this a 5/5. They could, like, block. Because they can, like, fetch, put this to 4, and then Okina it, put it to 5, so they could actually kill both my things. But then that just kills the Cub flat out, and I'd have to use the GD counters, which seems fine, yeah. I'm just flickering Nesting Bot just to have, like, a blocker, question mark, I don't know. Don't really know what's happening. Yep, sure. They foolishly didn't fetch. Wait, does this... Okay, this only triggers once per turn, never mind. They get to Okina the Wilson. You got it, friend. We'll draw 2. Voice of Victory is nice, because it means we can... potentially do something without having to play around, like, maybe a hexproof thing. Now, the question is if I kill this Delighted Halfling, or I just want to, like, be able to gain 4 life just in case or, like, kill another, like, something or other. They have 3 cards in hand. I think I'm just keeping the GTA counters. Do we have 5 mana next turn? So we actually can't voice into Unexpectedly Absent without a land. Enough, kitty. Cut it out. I'm putting Nesting Bot in front of Wilson. They'll suck up 1 damage. It would prevent me from dying to, like, double strike 7/7 exactly. I don't know what series of cards that is. Got a drum? Yeah, that was counted in my 5 mana, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can save this using both the counters. Giant Growth plus Double Strike. No, well, they could kill me with Giant Growth plus Double Strike because they have Okina. So they would make it an 8/8. It would have to be +2/+2. Plus Okina plus Giant Growth. Although I guess I have that's what I'm considering, like, the game life here. I think I, like, don't need this Cloud in play. Could formal wear it back too. I probably will before I recast it, so I'd leave it in the yard. Now I don't think I want to block. FOMO, sure. Doesn't feel like a pump deck. This kind of just feels like Groll stuff. Just Groll dudes. Unfortunately, I'd have to spend my whole turn unexpectedly absenting this Wilson. And they could just spend their whole turn recasting it, but it would be 2 power, but we are at 10. We are pretty low. I guess we can kill this Inti, though. It's Ward 2, right? Yeah. Next turn is probably like Formal War back Cloud, equip GT to Nesting Bot or something. Maybe like Voice plus equip, we'll see. One, two, three, four, five, 6 mana. Aid into Formal Wear, into Boots, can't get GT. Because that's 5, 6, 7 mana. I could Aid into Formal Wear, put it on the Nesting Bot, just so it can attack into the Wilson. And have more creatures back for blocking. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd have to tap the Cloud to do that, though, so I guess it's not actually more creatures blocking.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Play Masterwork and equip. That's probably the play. Just build as big a board as possible. I'd rather block with Felia because the Cloud's going to be better to untap with the GT, so we do this. Yeah, only one card left in hand. They still have not made it to Threshold or Delirium, which is nice. Yeah, so far we've seen like actual zero ways of like cheesing with Wilson. I think this is just kind of a generic like Tarmogoyf creature, and just this is just kind of a creaturey mid-range deck. I've been kind of like walking on needles for nothing. Sometimes you kind of have to do that though, and when you're unfamiliar with your opponent's deck, kind of have to tread carefully. Ghost Fire Slice. Fair enough. Oh, that's an instant too for FOMO. Oh, I see the trick. Because he has Vigilance. So we actually almost die here. I can't prevent this from happening now. So we're taking 5 here. So if I gain 4, go to 8, we're still dead to Lightning Bolt, so I should just kill the FOMO instead. They hadn't tapped the Gemstone. It's kind of scary that they didn't tap the Gemstone Caverns, because they could have attacked with the Halfling that turn, right? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, March costs 3 to kill the Wilson. Oh, no, we have 5 here. So we just march the Wilson. Gain a billion life. we should be safe now. Sudden shock. My life flashed before my eyes, but for a moment. We fortunately can gain 8 life here. The regular things, and then 1 enchantment, 1 artifact, it looks like. If I'm not mistaken. So we can shrink it to 5/6 and then pump Cloud to trade here. Hopefully yeah, I did that right. Why no Clamp equip on Cloud? Could have gone 8 into hand and kept Cloud and have a tapped voice. Wait, what? Oh, into hand. Play hand, yeah. I'm mostly concentrated on trying to close out this game in a timely fashion. The game was pretty stable at that point, so I was just kind of taking game actions that would lead to me hopefully winning. Without, like... I think this hand's, like, very dog shit. Like, these cards are both kind of misses. I mean, Boots with Paladin's kind of nice. Boots into Cloud for Jite, into, like, Pure Steel. Jite doesn't even... What am I looking for? It would be nice to actually have, like, a permanent removal spell, like a Plow or a Lay Down Arms or Nice for a Wilson. I just, like, didn't see those at all in that game. Maybe this is supposed to be a Skull Clamp game. Maybe this hand isn't dog shit. Wilson. I almost just want to clamp for, or like Cloud for formal wear here and just put Cloud in front of the Wilson. Versus green-red. They seem really hard-pressed to get Cloud off the field in a way that's not going to just kill it.
They didn't seem like they had a ton of pump spells. Obviously, they could have the Okina or like an Exalted. Although the Exalted Mana works aren't playable in red green. I'm happy to just block here, and if they have some sort of trick, I just get to Formula Wreck the Cloud. Yeah, it could just be removal. This thing has trample, so. Okay, that's not really anything. I think we're just masterworking, just doing the formal wear loop. Now that I know this thing's not gonna like be a 7/7 double striker, it's much easier to just like put bodies in front of it repeatedly. They have like lightning bolt or whatever. We can just like pure steel, masterwork, get back cloud, draw a card. Goes vacuum, whatever. I say that now. Yeah, my opponent's just gonna have fucking Titanic Growth Assault Strobe out of nowhere. Just fucking Assault Strobe. That one red pump spell from Standard that everyone was complaining about. Invigorate, Berserk, Monstrous Rage. Yeah. Pop Recruit wrecked me in Standard. Yeah, it's a lot better in Standard, that's for sure. I think I'm just gonna keep putting this thing in front of Wilson. Like, they have another Lightning Bolt or whatever, sure. I guess if they had a... Oh, it just died. Huh. Okay. Kinda didn't expect that to happen. Oh, sure. No! It gets exiled?! That's so fucked up. Yeah, I'll return to the command zone, I guess. Fucking jerk. Oh wait, this thing fights, right? This is like not a very efficient trade for them at all. We're at 16. Yeah, never mind. We're completely fine. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh no, we don't have enough artifacts to suit up Pure Steel with everything. I could just like play the Ghost Vacuum, just like turbo suit up Pure Steel, beat him up. Replay Crab Jita. Yeah, I mean, we have 7 cards in hand, though. We can just, like... We can honestly, just unexpectedly absence for 0, make them redraw it. They missed land drops. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. Just go get GTA with Stoneforge or something. Yeah, this game's over. I love absent as fuck your draw stuff. Yeah, it's a real, like, when it's good, it's, like, just so fucked up. You just get to time walk your opponent. The old memory elapse trick. Yeah, alright. Pretty normal league. Had some bad hands versus the one Azusa matchup. Played kind of bad versus Felia. It's also just, like, really long, tough games to navigate. Definitely, like, I think I just should have mulled that game 3 hand, but we were running low on time because it was just like such a nightmare to navigate our way through that game 1. Possibly even that game 2 was winnable. Oh yeah, get your last squashes in. We've reached the end of the stream, folks. Squash, what it is and what it does, indeed. I love Jackrabbit. Jackrabbit showed up a bunch. Well, I guess he didn't really, like, turn up, but he was present in our hand for several of the matches today. Did not really do a lot. He is maybe one of the more cuttable cards in the deck, but he's so fucking cool, man. How could you possibly cut him? Probably does belong in the potential cuttables pile, though. This Fligorous definitely needs to hit the road. You know that art awakened things in people. He's not even like that hot. I mean, no, not doing it for me. You don't even get to see, like, he's called Jacked Rabbit. He's got, like, the big chest, but you don't even get to see, like, big arms, really, kind of covered in those shoulder pads. I don't know. Deck's just good. I'm happy. I'm very happy with it. There are like a couple cards you could like tinker with, move around slightly, try to give yourself some edge case scenarios in like some of your slightly worse matchups. But there's not been a matchup yet where I'm just like, oh, this is the nightmare matchup for Cloud. This is unwinnable. This is akin to like Doomsday versus Death and Taxes. It's like, oh, this is the perfect counterplay to Cloud if there's a bunch of Cloud in challenges or trials or whatever, you just get to farm them. I literally have not seen that deck yet. The closest has been Elminster. Maybe that matchup is worse, but I've played against it once. It felt like kind of bad, but I don't even really know what tech card you would want besides like getting Basri back in. You just want more like cheap self-contained threats or things with flash, but I think all the things with flash kind of suck is part of the issue. What about some unplayable equipment? Have we considered Mandibular Kite? Maybe that's the tech to beating Elminster, is a 1-mana 1/1 flyer. I don't know why I haven't thought about it before, but maybe the French are onto something. Okay, but what if? I'm holding. What's your ingenious suggestion? Sword of Truth and Justice, perhaps? Pro Blue-White, how do they ever beat it? Oh, we switched to Oswald. And we pod into Flute, and then you flute the or you flute the Elminster? Then you lose anyway, because Elminster is not the winning part of their deck. That's a pretty good plan, I think. That's pretty solid. I think those steps were... It would be fascinating if you could sideboard into a different general. I have good news for you, Fornia. You can literally do that. That is, you are allowed to do that as long as your deck is still legal. So you can't sideboard from like a 2-color commander into a 1. But like, you can side if you had like Thalia or Oswald in the deck. You can sideboard out of your commander into the other one for games 2 and 3. I wasn't gonna have a serious suggestion. Sorry. I mean, I expected some sort of meme. It is all. I really like to do it. It's not really something you do as Cloud because Cloud's really broken unless you think that the Oswald or the Thalia pivots are good, which I don't think they are. It's something that I did with Felia a lot, and if like someday when they ban Skull Clamp and I go back to playing Felia, I will likely do that again, where you sideboard Felia into probably like you would board into Cloud versus Mono Red. You can board into like Thalia versus combo, stuff like that. But Cloud is just such a broken card that it takes a lot to make you want to like pull him out of the command zone. Because there's a decent chunk of the deck that's built around different tutors for the different matchups, where it's just, like you get Skull Clamp for value, you get Hand of Vecna to kill your opponent, you get like GT to control creatures and stuff, and like that's kind of the core of the deck. And sideboarding into those weaker commanders like Oswald or Thalia or Felia just really have not rung true as a real plan for me. People have talked about, oh, you board into Felia on the draw versus Elminster and Atraxa, but like in my experience, they just don't counter your Felia because your deck doesn't really have a lot of Felia synergy, and then you die because you like resolve your 2/2 that doesn't do anything, and you have better odds like trying to weave your way through counter spells with your good cards instead of cutting the good card out of your command zone for a bad one. But who am I to tell people what to do? Anyway, let's call for... Oh, wait, hang on. Let's not call for it. Let's end the giveaway. Giveaway. Storm Thief. Rigged. Where are you at, Patrick? There I agree, rigged. Alright. Done. Code given away. We have 2 more oh, we actually have 2 more codes and only 1 more stream for the month. We'll give away 2 codes next week. Alright. Well, thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back next week. We'll maybe play some Azusa. Not really any other deck that's like super popular right now that speaks to me. The Azusa deck's probably pretty cool. It's definitely not my style of deck, but it's a deck that I could probably pilot semi-competently. And I am interested in it. It's got like such a broadly different matchup spread to Cloud. I just know for sure I'm gonna time out trying to fumble some like Glacial Chasm. The Glacial Chasm locks don't take that long because you just like lock them out and then you just like go. Emrakul will take their board, or Emrakul will take their turn and then kill them, right? It's okay time out too. Yeah, I mean. It'll also be fine. We'll be playing on the Daybreak account because I'm not going to buy all the fucking Azusa cards. It'll be fine. It'll be a chill stream. We'll play some Azusa for kind of mix it up for the end of the month. But yeah, let's go raid what is inevitably just going to be Harain because he's always fucking streaming after me. Yep, there he is. All reliable. Alright. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you had a good time. We'll be back next week. Same time. Same format. Different deck, maybe. Probably. Fuck Mandibular Kite. That card sucks. Play Hand of Vecna.